2020 is another white-hot year for hip-hop, but we've already seen a number of lives of rap stars end too soon this year, whether household names or rising stars through SoundCloud and YouTube. These are the rappers we've lost in 2020. On January 1st, 2020, rapper Lexii Alijai was found dead in a downtown Minneapolis hotel room, the Star Tribune reports. She was 21. Less than a month later, the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office revealed that she passed away due to an accidental overdose of drugs and alcohol. A press release stated, "This individual died due to a mix of fentanyl and ethanol toxicity." The rap artist, whose real name was Lexii Alijai Lynch, was an ascendant star with over 100,000 SoundCloud streams, and was also featured on the song Jealous from Kehlani's 2015 Grammy-nominated album, You Should Be Here.
She heard my music somehow, and then she sent me that Jealous record.
Yeah.
And then I just wrote it. Actually, I wrote it during lunchtime.
Mourning the loss on Twitter, Kehlani called the news the weakest, saddest way to start a new year. She added, "I'm off this happy new year. Please, 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 please be safe out here. Love on your people, please." Jessica Owen, Lexii Alijai's mother, told the Star Tribune that the young rapper was scheduled to work in the studio on the day of her passing, and had planned some upcoming releases, including a collaboration with Wale and a new album. 5th Ward Weebie, a pioneer of New Orleans bounce music, passed away on January 9th due to complications from surgery for a ruptured artery. The Times-Picayune reports. He was 42. In addition to an appearance on Drake's 2018 hit Nice for What, Weebie, real name Jerome Cossey, was a local legend with songs like 2005's F Katrina and 2014's Let Me Find Out.
For those unaware, let them know who you are, man.
Man, it's your homie 5th Ward Weebie, man. New Orleans on.
An artist in the city's hip-hop subgenre bounce music, started in the late 90s. The rapper-dancer's death was mourned by fellow rappers Snoop Dogg and Lil Wayne, as well as City Hall, saying that his passing, quote, broke her heart. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell wrote in an emotional Instagram post, "He was an iconic personality, a New Orleans legend and a beloved friend. He was the bounce king who showed us how to move, how to love, and how to bring passion and humanity to everything we do. New Orleans has lost a cornerstone of our culture. Our city will not be the same without his voice and his spirit." Meanwhile, Louisiana Rep Cedric Richmond said Weebie, quote, "embodied the soul of New Orleans in an official statement." He continued, "A legend gone far too soon. I'm grateful his legacy will be ingrained in New Orleans culture for years to come. I offer my support and condolences to Jerome's family during this difficult time." Rapper Tre Koast, real name Luke Treadwell, was killed in a shooting while parked on his family's street in North Phoenix, Arizona on January 17th, 2020. Fox 10 reports. He was 21. The up-and-coming rap artist's body was found inside his Dodge Charger, which had been, quote, riddled with bullets. Police were quoted as saying someone fired between 20 and 30 rounds inside the vehicle, and an SUV was seen chasing the rapper's car. A day after his death, Arizona's ABC 15 reported that no suspects had been identified. The young rapper had released 3 lead singles in 2019. This year, Safe Around and Got It In Send It Out. Most recently, he was featured on SoundCloud rapper Kai's Gifted that September. When asked for a comment on Tre Koast's untimely passing, the rapper's father told Fox 10, "I'm not even ready for a memorial. I'm not ready to make any kind of statement. I'm sorry." Meanwhile, Kennedy Bennett, Tre Koast's girlfriend of 2 years, told ABC 15,
"Lucius was the love of my life. He was my best friend. He was my go-to. That music was his motivation. Being in the studio was like his safe haven."
Rapper Dee Dave was fatally shot outside an apartment building in Baltimore, Maryland on January 24th, 2020. The Baltimore Sun reports. He was 29. Dee Dave, whose real name was David Leroy King Jr., is survived by his girlfriend and 10-year-old son. During an interview with Stop the Brakes in 2014, the late rap artist, whose most recent music release was No More Humble in December 2019, listed the likes of J. Cole, Drake, Dom Kennedy, Kendrick Lamar, Wiz Khalifa, Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Currency, and Joey Badass as rap artists who, quote, make great music and help him with ideas.
Shout out to all the supporters, all the fans, everybody been showing love. We just try and do it bigger than the city, man, and do it for the city.
However, he revealed that he felt like hip-hop ain't breathing the right way. It's on life support, so much garbage music being polluted. Having also worked as a Baltimore gas and electric contractor, the rapper had been planning to head out to Atlanta mere hours after his untimely death to play a promising show. His family explained to the Baltimore Sun. Dee Dave's cousin Antoine Askia emphasized to CBS Baltimore, he had a rap career on top of working a full-time job, on top of being a father. I don't know what's happening right now. I just got a call at 6 in the morning saying my cousin was gone. Washington, D.C. rapper Big Booda, real name Donnell Hodges, was shot and killed while sitting in a vehicle on February 1st, 2020, Fox 5 reports. According to police, the rapper later died at a nearby hospital. Big Booda, whose death comes just months after the loss of his mother, was 24 and is survived by his 1-year-old son. With an impressive local following, Big Booda's untimely passing came shortly after his 4th mixtape, Slide 2, dropped in late 2019. According to one of his associates, Big Booda truly wanted to get his life right and leave the area. Mourning his friend and business partner's death on Instagram, Rundown Shard criticized the senseless violence in the DC area, saying, "Unfortunately, this morning I got a call I lost my good man and business partner Booda. At one point in time, I used to be proud to say I was from Southeast DC. I no longer am. I have been blessed to survive and punished at the same time. To watch one single area and also a city rob me of 90% of the people I grew up with and loved." Brooklyn rapper Pop Smoke died in the early morning hours of February 19th, 2020. After being shot in the Hollywood Hills, California home he'd reportedly rented, TMZ reported. He was 20.
Does it still feel weird to you, like being in this life and people knowing you and other artists kind of like jumping on your songs? And
nah, it ain't weird.
It's what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
According to the law enforcement sources cited by the publication, the artist's real name Bushar Burakar Jackson had been attending a party when, quote, 2 men wearing hoodies and masks broke into a house and fired multiple shots in a possible robbery before fleeing the scene. Pop Smoke was pronounced deceased at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Per the Los Angeles Times, his death came days after his 2nd mixtape, Meet the Woo 2, landed at number 7 on the Billboard Top 200 list. This was a sequel to his breakthrough mixtape 2019's Meet the Woo, which has garnered 280 million global streams and featured the rapper's hit, Welcome to the Party. It was later remixed with Nicki Minaj. Many of rap's luminaries spoke out following Pop Smoke's untimely passing. Chance the Rapper tweeted, "Rest up Pop Smoke, you were too young. God bless and comfort your family. What a crazy trajectory you were on, man. Shaking my head." Nicki Minaj wrote on Instagram, "The Bible tells us that jealousy is as cruel as the grave. Unbelievable. Rest in peace, Pop." Chynna Rogers, a model and rising rap star out of Philadelphia, passed away to an accidental drug overdose. Page 6 reports. She was 25. Her family said in a statement Chynna was deeply loved and will be sorely missed. According to Billboard, Rogers signed with Ford Models at age 14. She then became friends with ASAP Mob founder ASAP Yams, who inspired her to pursue a career in music. The selfie singer told the publication in 2017, "I tweeted them pictures I took at the show. I wanted to A&R and I was inspired by the way ASAP Yams went about molding ASAP Rocky's career." Rogers struggled with an opiate addiction that she examined on her 2016 mixtape 90.
Yeah, there was a good point in time where I was just like lost in sauce. I was just getting high and just like not focused on what I set out to do.
She also discussed her drug dependency with Vibe in 2018, saying, "I felt crazy. I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to go out that way and people be like, 'I told you so,' or glamorize drugs because I don't feel like that. It was nerve-wracking to be open. But when you see how many more people who are dealing with the same thing, it's good to have some kind of example of someone you didn't expect to be going through it." If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration's 24/7 national helpline at 1-800-662-HELP.